Good morning, good morning, good morning, Wednesday morning. First of all, if you've tuned in and thought I would be at the Capitol in Georgia reporting at the Capitol in Georgia and Atlanta, that was the plan, but I ended up having a meeting in Atlanta yesterday and couldn't go back to back. So we are in the studio. That's first. Second, we're here for 3 hours. We will have the Georgia hour today with BKP. We will have that. So we're here for 3 full hours, 2 hours of national for the most part, 1 hour Georgia, the Georgia hour from 10 to 11. That's two. Three. What is three? Oh, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com, voiceofruralamerica.com. Thank you for being here. Now, four, should I keep doing? No. Welcome. So this is not a problem on where to start, but I feel this is where we have the conversation. So if you're new to the program, let me put it right out because the program grows daily. Thank you very much for sharing it with your friends. But this is where we have the conversation. We don't attack. We just have the conversation. This is where, as your host, BKP, I put things out throughout the 3 hours that hopefully you will go research, read for yourself, study, think about, ponder, and make your own decision. I have mine. I have my opinion. Obviously, in 2 hours, you will hear it. But because Trump did not say, or because Donald J. Trump did not have the United Nations write his statement yesterday with Benny there, right? Netanyahu from Israel in the joint press conference, because Donald Trump did not call the United Nations and said, would you please write a statement for me? Give me video 21, Diane. Good morning, Diane. How are you, Diane? I'm glad to hear that, Diane. Give me video 21, Diane.
Not only do we pray for peace, we are actively working for peace, security, dignity for the Israeli people and the Palestinian people. I'm engaged in this day and night. I'm working, as many of you in this room are, to find the means to bring our hostages home, to ease the humanitarian crisis, and to bring peace to Gaza and Israel, and enduring peace with two states for two peoples.
Well, first of all, he never worked day and night. That's number one. He never worked tirelessly. He was tired from the time he woke up. But because Donald Trump did not say two-state solution. Now, we're going to get into this. And some of you are going to be very upset maybe with my comments. I don't know. But please, let's have the conversation. All right? We're going to. But you see, Donald Trump did not say two-state solution. He did not come on and say, hey, two-state solution, and have the United Nations write it. So hang on for that one. All right. But first, let's go into, as you well know, last night I'm looking at news feeds, or what they call news feeds. And this morning, I start with CNN from 4 a.m. all the way up to just a couple minutes ago, MSNBC. And the panic that they're having over Israel, the panic that they're having that Donald Trump did not allow the United Nations to, give me number 6, please, Diane, the United Nations to write his statement, the panic that they're having over USAID, the panic that they're having over the fact that we are possibly going to stop the theft of American wealth, your wealth, You are the wealth. I know the 1%, Elon Musk, the theft from you and I. The fact that we are going to put a stop to that has drove them nuts. Now, here's a couple things that I want to show you. Oh, I love this one. We're saving this one on a daily basis. Number 7. We never want to lose this one right here. Every day, Donald Trump, the shock and awe. The shock and awe. All right. So take that down. All right. So let me give you a couple things this morning before we get into Israel. We will discuss it. It's my promise. In depth. All right. So where are we at? All right. My question to me yesterday, give me number 54. Pam Bondi is now the Attorney General. Pam Bondi wins Senate confirmation despite fierce Democrat opposition. The Senate voted Tuesday to confirm Pam Bondi as the Attorney General. Not a word this morning. Not a word. They're freaking out that the data has been collected on 5,000 FBI agents. They're freaking out of, clean your desk out of the Department of Justice. Get out of here. They are losing it. In 2 hours this morning, or 3 hours, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. Wow. Not a peep on any network that I watched that she's confirmed, and she will be heading over to DOJ today as the Attorney General of the state of the United States of America. Not a word. Now, give me also number 49, Pam Bondi. So yesterday I got a phone call and I had a question asked, and I just want to let you know, Bondi confirmed as Attorney General. Department of Justice. So we shall see as things move along. So I got a phone call yesterday, and sometimes just putting you out there, when I get a phone call, I have to think about it. I'm not a wanderer. I'm a ponderer. I have to ponder a minute. So this person called me up and said, do you think this senator will vote for RFK Jr.? I was like, na, 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 na. I said, I don't know. I don't know. I can't truly come right out of the box just like that and say yes or no. I got to ponder this. So this morning I come in and Pam Bondi is approved 54 yeses. So if we do the simple math, not Common Core math, the simple math, if you have 53 Republicans and 54 said yes, Diane, give me number 56. If you had 54 say yes, and 53 Republicans, who is the Democrat that said yes to Pam Bondi for Attorney General? Boom! Fetterman. You guys are doing a great job. I don't want to move any further. I've said this to do they still call them peeps? I don't know. Somebody called me a boomer, said, you're a real boomer. Well, I don't know. So to my PA peeps, how'd that sound? You guys are doing a great job. Please tell your friends, call this guy. Call him. Because I'm going to tell you, the nation. But when you call the number, they will ask, where are you calling from? And we want you to call from all over the United States. I want to be clear on that. We're not discouraging you from calling from New Mexico. Call. But when you call, they ask, where are you calling from? If you say Georgia, you get put on this list, which is important. So call. But if you say Pennsylvania, you get put on this list, which is elevated to a different level for the senator. That's a fact. All right. And you guys are doing a great job. John Fetterman voted for. He voted for Pam Bondi to be Attorney General. He's the lone Democrat. So yesterday, when you out there called and said, do you think this guy would vote for RFK? I have to say, I think yes. I don't know. Coin toss. But I think he could apply the pressure. So here's the other thing that we will talk about later. John Fetterman reportedly open to American occupation of the Gaza Strip. President Trump floated idea of U.S. takeover of Gaza, relocation of millions. Fetterman said, it's reportedly is open to the idea. So just put that up. But yes, don't stop. Now, a couple more things before we get into Israel and Gaza and Trump not reading a statement from the United Nations. You got to remember, we're going to go back, right? Two-state solution. Everyone has come to the podium. George H., George W., Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, right? Hillary Clinton. Trump in his first term. Joe Biden, you name it. They've all come to the microphone and read the United Nations statement saying two-state solution. Trump didn't do that yesterday, and they are freaking out. Around the world, foreign leaders around the world, they're calling emergency meetings with their staff. And they have this is my prediction. My prediction is foreign leaders all around the world are calling emergency meetings with their staff, and they have something like a Trump tracking team. Yeah, the 3 T's. Trump tracking team. All right, because this is a code meeting of the 3 T's. TTT. Trump tracking team. Keep up with Trump today team. And they got it in like shifts. 2:12. No one could take their eyes because Trump could do something at 2 a.m. Trump could do something at 7 a.m. If you're over in Germany or in the Middle East or whatever, Trump could do it in the middle of the night and it's the middle of the day, vice versa. So every friggin' international country out there, everyone has people assigned. Could someone please try to keep up with the 78-year-old Trump? The only time Trump is not doing something is when he takes a Big Mac Diet Coke break. All right, moving right along. So take that down. Now, one more. Number 66, because I broadcast one from Georgia, and because I had a meeting with an individual that ran his first congressional campaign. I met with an individual yesterday that ran Doug Collins' first Georgia congressional campaign, and we reminisced about him becoming the secretary. We met about an hour in Atlanta before he officially became Secretary of Veterans Affairs, and had a meeting with this individual, and we were talking about that campaign and Doug Collins. I remember, I think the best memory I have of Doug Collins, not that I moderated a debate with him, 2 of them, in fact, but my best memories of Doug Collins is when former Congressman, Secretary Collins, is when he's sitting next to Jerry Nadler. And he made Jerry Nadler's life living hell. And I will say this and not get stuck, but my dad in a hospital bed in the living room, when Doug Collins come on, he would say, now be quiet. I like that Georgia boy. I want to hear what that Georgia boy has to say. So, and go back I appreciate the fact that Congressman Collins had an opportunity to meet my dad and vice versa before he died. Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Doug Collins, today. And I want to say to every veteran out there, I can't say this about any nominee Trump's put forward, but I know this guy. I know this guy. And veterans, probably in my lifetime, there's not going to be, there's maybe in my lifetime, there's never been a better champion of veterans. I'm excited at what's coming our way because our veterans, you know, I'm not going to get long-winded, but it tears me up to see our veterans sleeping in the streets, the care that they, lack of care, list goes on. So congratulations to our new secretary, okay, of Veterans Affairs, Doug Collins. And you're welcome. You're welcome. I can hear you out there from sea to shining sea saying, thank you, Georgia, for sending us Doug Collins. Now, you understand, I'm not going to waste this much time on Kelly Loeffler. No, I'm not wasting an ounce of my good time on Kelly Loeffler, the new Small Business Administration. All right, take that down. Congratulations to Secretary Collins. Now, where do I want to go? Here, let's go with this because these are some things that are not being discussed. I see the panic, number 36. So she made it out. I want to explain something concerning Tulsi Gabbard. Senate committee backs Tulsi Gabbard as next intelligence chief. So it was 9-8, party line 9-8. But what's his name? I had it here a minute ago. Where is it at? Collins, right? Collins and Todd Young, the Indiana senator. The Indiana senator that kept pushing her, all right? So there's something in an observation I want you to think about in this confirmation hearing with Tulsi Gabbard. First of all, I fully support her. Every morning when I get up, it would mean a lot more to me. I feel safe, my grandkids, my family, my friends, my community, to know that this is the person. I want to be clear. This is the person that will go into President Trump every morning, every single morning, and give him the daily threat assessment. Lay out every threat assessment around the world, give him all the options, and report every morning to the president. So, Donald Trump has to have someone he could trust, not someone from down the street in the deep state, right? That's what we've always had. Someone down the street in the deep state, in the CIA, the agencies down there that whoop together, right? A corrupt response, lie, regime change, all the above, and went into the president of the United States and gave a morning report. Republican or Democrat, doesn't matter. All right, it's the uniparty. When it comes to this, uniparty walks in. No matter if it's George H., George W., it did not matter. Barack Obama. Oh, it's the same guy. Oh, Biden. Doesn't matter. Clinton. So this person right here, let's stay focused, will do that. I'm talking to myself. We'll do that every morning. Second, what's very important is she has moved to the next level. She's out. 9-8. So she's going to the Senate for confirmation now. So I don't know when they have that set up. I didn't see it. But this is very important. This is, I think this is the only confirmation hearing that there's a second round behind closed doors. And I'll tell you why. Like, are they hiding things? Now, that's not totally the case. The Intelligence Committee that has all the security clearances, she will have all the security clearances to the top secrets. They had to check her. Now, I don't think it was a test from Michael Bennett yelling at her, but I will say this: they had to check her to see what she would do and what she would say in front of the committee when she's called before the committee. So what I'm explaining to you is she will, as NIA, right? National Intelligence Advisor or whatever, she will be called before the committee. Because of the security clearance, because of national security and secrets, she will only be able to publicly say so much. So one of the things in her confirmation hearing the other day was a test to see, if grilled, what she would really say. I'm serious. Think about it. Then behind closed doors, she's able to open up and say some things that she should not say in front of the public. I'm not advocating, but let me tell you, some national security interest, you can't label transparency when that could be dangerous to you and I on something that could be happening. So she had to get test one, really put the pressure on her. She did an amazing job. Every Snowden question was, he broke the law. She didn't go down the road, okay? Then she had behind closed doors. Remember that. Behind closed doors. And that's where Indiana Senator and what's his name? Indiana Senator, bada bing, bada boom, Todd Young and Susan Collins, they did not cave, quote, to Donald Trump. Behind closed doors is where she was able to let them know that she's going to give the top. She's not going to go out there and be an activist. She's going to be giving the top secure intel to the president on a daily basis. That can be trusted. So I'll leave it alone. I just wanted to share that you got to understand some of the reason that her same exact thing on DOJ with Pam Bondi, same thing with Kash Patel. What will you say if pushed? So there was some testing there. Now, I want to show you something. And this is not, I'm not trying to draw fear. I really not. I never want to do the show in fear. A couple things before we get to the CIA offering a buyout, the Department of Education going to be closed down, and obviously Israel. We will discuss it today, and we will discuss the latest stunt from Josh McCoon. The nicest, worst man in America, Josh McCoon, the Georgia GOP chair. I mean, up front, it looks like the nicest guy. He's just so nice. He's so nice. He's a bad man. All right. This is not conspiracy theory. This is not something to scare people. But let's roll it anyway. All right, Diane, give me this. All right. I have it here somewhere. Where's it at? Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. All right, give me video 9. Now listen close. This is the little Peter Ducey boy. This is the Ducey. Peter's in the Oval Office and he's asking Trump some questions. Video 9. Pay attention.
Iran and their proxies who have threatened to retaliate against you and your team by killing you guys for taking out Soleimani.
Well, they haven't done that, and that would be a terrible thing for them to do. Not because of me. If they did that, they would be obliterated. That'd be the end. I've left instructions. If they do it, they get obliterated. There won't be anything left. And they shouldn't be able to do it. And Biden should have said that, but he never did. I don't know why, lack of intelligence, perhaps. But he never said it. If that happens to a leader, or close to a leader, frankly, if you had other people involved also, you would call for total obliteration of a state that did it. That would include Iran.
All right. So just going with this, left instructions. Peter Doocy says Iran is plotting to kill you guys. Iran is plotting to kill you guys. Trump says, well, it hasn't happened yet. But he said they would be obliterated, and I've left instructions. Now, I don't want to go down a road, but when he said I left instructions, I was like, huh. You left instructions. Now, give me 42. When the helicopter crashed into the American Airlines, that they've now recovered the 67 bodies, Pete Hegseth, the Department of Defense, Secretary of Department of Defense, came out in his statement, top secret mission, Black Hawk and DC plane crash was practicing classified continuity of government mission in case of attack on U.S. Now, I brought that up. Here's what I did. Number 39. I brought this out the morning after because I started getting messages because when Pete went to the microphone, he said a training for continuity of government. Now, I'm not trying to alarm, but you heard the question of Trump. Iran trying to kill you. And Trump left instructions. Well, wait a minute. Wouldn't it be pretty clear? Like, you really have to leave the instructions? Just saying. So what is continuity of government mission? Continuity of government mission, according to the White House website, continuity of government refers to the plan in place to keep government up and running in case of a major catastrophe or attack on Washington, D.C. Now, take that down. I keep saying I'm not trying to fire something up. But the question yesterday was, Iran's trying to kill you. Yes, and I've left instructions. So, well, wait a minute. All right, so Diane, we're going to take a break because we're going to do a full segment on Israel. Full segment. We're going to have the conversation. You need to stick around. We're going to. Number 37. It seems like wait a minute. It seems like just 3 weeks ago, let me see if I have this correct. It seems like just 3 weeks ago that Steve Bannon, all right, and this is not a Steve Bannon attack. I always get these notes, but it seems like about a month ago, Steve Bannon said Musk would be gone before inauguration. Not that Musk would be sitting next to Barron going like this when Trump said Mars. No. He said he would be gone before inauguration. And then, which I follow her stuff because she's done a good job on a lot of different levels and a lot of subjects. But then it started getting Steve Bannon and Jack Posobiec and Laura Loomer. They start whooping the frenzy up over Musk on the, H-1B visas, right? Oh, that frenzy went through the roof. It whooped that right up there, got noisy. They were going to take Elon Musk out. And it seems like USAID, CIA, Treasury, the theft from America. I don't know. What say you about the Muskie? What say you? Anyhow, there you go. Just saying. Let's see what else I have here. Department of Education going down. Trump going down. Department of Education signing an executive order keeping from diving in the pool with girls. And let me make sure. Oh, look at the prison in Colombia, number 52. Look at the prison there. And yeah, the judge said I could send you to, not Colombia, El Salvador's.
Yeah, you keep saying Colombia, but even yesterday you kept saying Colombia, but I think you mean to say El Salvador.
Well, why don't you correct me? Why are you waiting until now?
Well, because I was typing but yeah, I think it's El Salvador. He met with President of, Rubio met with the President of El Salvador
And I kept saying
got
Colombia?
Huh?
I kept saying Colombia?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I didn't know if he met with the President of Colombia. So I was a little bit confused and I didn't ask about it.
It sounds like obviously I was a little bit confused. That's who it sounds like was confused. Moving right along. Hi, Diane. How are you? Moving right along. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is going to be a picture that I look at every single day. I'm going to put it every single day. Give me number 38. This is Sean Duffy, his daughter. She has Down syndrome. Is that Valentina? Valentina? Is that her name? Look at that beautiful young lady with the president. And I told you yesterday what I tell you. Number 19. I said this yesterday. What did I say? I said, when Trump looks at this picture, he sees a nice beachfront condos. I told you that yesterday morning before anything was, I told you that. But Trump didn't say two-state solution, and everybody's all worked up. We will break it down. I'll be back right after these messages. I appreciate you. Take a break.